So today I want to show you a intentional breathing practice with physical exertion. And it's called Wim Hof, or I call it the Wim Hof technique, or Wim Hof Method. And Dara and myself have been using this for quite some time now. It's a practice we use almost daily. It begins with circular breathing. And the circular breathing is a no pause between the inhalation and the exhalation. But the inhalation is as much air as you can take in. And then the exhalation is like a releasing, it's a dropping of the breath, half breath out. But it's not a forced breath, not like a holotropic breath where you're like, it's not like that. So you're really breathing in deeply, half breath out. And what you can do as well to fill up the whole capacity you have, you breathe into the belly, then breathe into the chest, then breathe into the head. So you're really like imagining you're filling up your whole body. Now you can do this standing. I like to do it standing with some movement, or you can do it sitting. If you haven't done this breath before, then sit down, because it can sometimes make you lightheaded, maybe cause a little bit of dizziness. You want to just make sure that you feel safe and supported. So once you've done your circular breathing, now Wim Hof often says 30 breaths. We normally do 1 minute, 2 minute and 3 minute rounds. Okay, so you decide what you would like to do. So once I've finished my breathing, so this is just what I do with the hands to help me keep focused. When you come to the timer goes off, you let the breath out and hold the breath out. Now you don't need to force the breath out, you hold it there and then you do the exertion. Now that can be either squats, it can be push-ups in 3 different variations. So a full push-up, or you can go wide, or you could even do like an animal push-up. Okay, if you don't do full push-ups, you can do many variations as well. So you can bring your knees in, cross your ankles, and do half push-ups. You can even come closer with your knees and do small ones depending on your strength. Okay, so once that's happened, you will get a natural response to breathe in. And if you just keep the focus and you observe, you have a lot more breath inside than you first start thinking. So if you're doing this in the beginning, you might feel like, oh, I can't hold this for long. But after a while, you will notice that you can hold it for a lot longer than you think. But when you get that natural response that it's time to take a breath, you just take the breath in, squeeze the body, and then imagine that you're squeezing the body, squeezing the perineum that Dara and I talk a lot about, which is that muscle between the rosebud, which I call the anus, and the genitals, and you squeeze there and squeeze the breath straight up into the head and out of the head if you want to envision it going up. And you hold that for 15 seconds and then release, and you can just drop down into child's pose. And you can relax, or maybe you want to switch and go into laying down. So you can do that for about 30 seconds, savor that experience, and then maybe go into round 2 or round 3, depending on what you're doing on that day. We love this breath for many different reasons, but when you're using this for your orgasmic yoga practice, this is a really good beginning breath and movement practice, because it brings a lot of concentration and focus. It heats up the whole body. It gets the serotonin, the oxytocin and all the good chemicals moving around in the brain, and then it really says to yourself, right, this is now I'm starting. And then you can actually start to move that in with the other practices that we've showed you on other videos and start to incorporate it and then go on your orgasmic journey. So enjoy. If you have any questions, feel free to send us an email or write in the comments below. If not, just enjoy becoming multi-orgasmic.